All right, hello, welcome. This is episode 53 of So Well Spoken. I'm Moris. With me is Mike.
Yo, you got me a little. I'm over here drinking my water, yo.
All right, one more. How would we fuck up? That's like record-breaking earliness for us fucking
I know
up.
you about to jump to me first. When did you ever get to me first?
Hello, welcome. This is episode 53 of So Well Spoken. I'm Morris. With me is Angelus.
Yo.
Mike.
Yo, what's up, man?
And Dreams.
What's up? I was not expecting that pause right there. Yeah. I have been introduced.
All right, let's get straight into the 6 brown chicks advice submissions. Question number 1. Dated for 2 months. Only went on 1 date. I'm very attracted to him. So wanted to wait until we had sex. He took me out a second time, so we went back to my place. Mid-stroke, he gets up, puts on his clothes and says, "You just trash."
Damn.
And left.
Whoa.
How to get him back?
Yo, I just caught that. She said they've been dating for 2 months. And who's mine?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no.
One date in 2 months.
She's been
You
dating
weren't
him for 2 months.
1 date
2
in 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's only been 2 dates.
1 date.
It's technically 1 date. Like
The second time they met up, this happened.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was saying. So, like, are y'all really even dating at that point? It's not like y'all.
in
just
her
like,
mind, they're dating. In
Yeah.
his mind, he's like, yo, I'm so close to this box. Like,
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much all he got. I think about shit. I'm like, dude.
Jesus. Like I said, yo, she needs to have some self-respect for herself. Like, yo, man's got up in the middle of sex and said, yo, use trash. Like, men don't ever really complain about sex like that unless, like, yo, it's your first time or something like that. And even then, I don't think dudes complain.
Yeah.
So for a dude to get up in the middle of having sex with you and be like, yo, you're trash. First and foremost, that man dropped his whole facade. Yo, like, he just is like, yo,
Yeah.
fuck this. I don't need this anymore. You're trash as a person, and so is the sex. I'm gone. Like, yo, you should keep that close to your heart and get some self-respect and find you somebody who actually likes you for you, yo. Like, that's the only advice I can give you.
And do some Kegels.
Wow.
I mean, if it was actually trash, I mean, you can work on that, I guess, somewhat. I mean, some people just trash, but yeah.
The writing was on the wall. Like, yo, you only went on 1 date in 2 months, fam. Like, think about, yo, oh my gosh, yo.
This one really fucked you up, didn't it?
Really, yo, it's mind blowing to me, yo. Like, somebody would degrade themselves that much for a random nigga. Like, whatever stage she's in, there's like at least a good 500,000 niggas there. So it's like in her immediate area. So it's like, yo, why are you going through all this with yourself? Why do you want this man so bad? You don't even know mans. You went on 1 date in 2 months. Like, what are you doing right now?
I don't know. What I can't get out of my head, like, if it is trash, like, how do you go from there? Like, do you just keep going, like, you keep going, or do you just do it, bro? Do it, just stop being strong? Like, nah, B. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never been in this situation before. Like,
I'm pretty sure none of us have. And I think the part that concerned me the most was the 1 date in 2 months, and she's thinking it's like serious. There's something wrong.
yeah, definitely. It's something's off there. Like, it was a one-sided probably attraction at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nah, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I pray it never happens to me. That's all I gotta say, because that sounds whack.
My ex thinks he's father of the year. I'm struggling and he helps me with nothing. He does send money for his daughter, but not for my other 3 kids. His daughter wears Nike while my other kids are barefoot. Their fathers are in jail. How to make him give equally?
Huh?
Too petty.
Hell no. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you, yo. Like, you know, like y'all know me, and I will rarely, if ever, blame a woman for the mistakes.
Oh
they
no,
make.
Angelus.
Nah, man, but listen.
Dreams.
She didn't say
Get
she
him,
didn't say a
please.
baby father in prison. She said fathers, like multiple. Like, yo, you have a very distinct taste in men. Like,
She got a roster.
Dog, like, yo, listen, like, I get, like, I don't, but I understand, like, a lot of women love hoodmans, but it's like, yo, if the first one goes to prison, don't go for another hoodmans thinking this shit's gonna be different. It's gonna be sweet this time. Okay, and when the second one goes to prison, okay, you gotta stop. Like, you gotta cut off. Like, yo, okay, that's it. No more. I'm done. And it's like, yo, like, that man is under no obligation legally in any way to provide for another man's kids like that. You know what I mean? And like I had said last time, like, there are a few states in which there's statutes that state that if you've been with a woman for X amount of time, you have to provide child support for all her children because you assume responsibility. But somehow I'm really doubting that he has been with her long enough for that to come into play. So it's like, yo, you can't tell this man to pay for kids that are not his, and you're not married or anything like that. So it's like, he's going to provide for his child, and you got to figure out what to do for your other kids. That's all to it.
Which states are these?
I know for sure South Carolina's one. I'm not sure the other ones. They're southern states. I know that for sure.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, man, when she said fathers in prison, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. One kid all fresh to death or whatever. Got all the Air Max 270s. Fly as hell going to school. The other ones all like
bologna sandwiches.
Right.
She said the other ones are barefoot, fam. What they barefoot?
Yeah.
Not even pay less though.
No Shacks?
We can't get some Chuck Taylors.
Like, yo, most parents, they are the ones who in control of the funds. Like, you can cut out a little bit and give your kids some shoes. Like, they don't have to be barefooted. What the fuck, yo?
It sounds like one of those, like, you know, those like on those like pictures or whatever be drawn by like fuckboys or whatever. You know, where like they'll be like the nerd or whatever. And
then he turns around and gets older.
Yeah. The next panel or whatever, like they'll end up being like you know, professional and successful, and then like they be like pregnant or whatever, and like, oh, my body doesn't look right. Like, that's literally probably that situation, like in more normalized and actually realistic. So it's just like, yo, it just seemed like it's an unfortunate situation. Bro taking care of his kid. He probably is father of the year, bro. Like, hey, he's like, hey, look, my kids, they gonna be good. The other ones, they ain't mine. Shit. he like shit. Whatever. Dang, yeah, I'm probably would be in the same boat. Like, if I felt bad enough, maybe, but like that's 3 other kids, man. Kids are expensive. I couldn't.
Man. One kid is expensive. You want me to take care of other people's? Fuck that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Leave that one alone.
But at the same time, not stating on the child support thing, but I imagine that when he was with them, I would hope anyway, when he was with her, you know, like he was like being the provider for all of them. You know what I mean? Like that would be really fucked up if like they're going out like on like a family day and this nigga only pays for one child and the other 3 are just sitting there like, so are we gonna get some food?
Hope you brought your Coke
can.
can.
Like that would be really fucked up.
Give him like a cup of water.
So like I said, from a legal
entrees from home.
Like I said, from a legal perspective, he's not obligated, but I would imagine that this man has like formed some kind of bond with these little dudes and dudettes, and he's like, yo, let me help them out too, but apparently not. So
question 3. I knew he was stingy, but I thought he had to save in order to build a life for us. We're married now. He still makes me pay half the mortgage, buy my own groceries, etc. He buys what he wants for himself always. Only thing he gives freely is sex. Advice.
Oh my god.
Y'all be dating some busters, bro. Y'all just be sitting there just like taking it. Like
phrasing.
Like, stop. Leave these niggas alone, please. Like, straight up. Like, stop. That's all I can literally like saying. Just like, stop. Like, why do you keep like if dude ain't investing in the relationship? Like, I think Crystal and Kid Fury talked about this on a read like a while back. Like, if y'all like both like investing in each other, like, what's the point of being in a relationship? Like, there's no mutuality there. It's just like you just taking care of his ass while he just doing him. That's pretty much what you're doing. Like, you basically being like a second mom or whatever. Like, that's literally what you're doing. Like,
yeah.
Stop being nice for what for these niggas, man? Like what Drake said, dog. Like stop, please. Let these niggas alone.
Yeah, a lot of women. I feel like a lot of women they fall into this trap. This trap of, oh, yo, this nigga's not trash right now, but if I invest in him and I put my love, energy, and time to this nigga, he'll transform into, you know, this nigga who's worth it and all this other stuff. And it's like, and
that
to
never
a
works.
large extent, society enforces that upon women, especially black women. You
True,
know, they're reinforced and tell them that. But it's like at some point, like, yo, you know that man's is trash. Like he's making you pay for all the bills and get your own groceries and shit. Like what part of you really thought that, oh, when we get married, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna switch it up like Ginobili and he's gonna be like this fucking amazing ass nigga. Like I highly doubt there's any indication from him that he's going to change once you get married, because the point is in your mind is once you get married, he's not going to change tomorrow or next week. Once he gets married, he'll magically change though. It's like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? People are only going to change for people they want to change for. And the other problem is you've been enabling him to stay this way this entire time. You know what I mean? So it's like, you like as a woman, like first and foremost, y'all got to protect yourselves, protect your hearts before you start trying to take care of other niggas. You know what I mean? Like, as she said, the only thing this nigga's giving her is sex. So it's like, you can get that from any nigga in the 6-block radius. You can throw a fucking quarter in the air. The first person it lands on, he'll bust it open. He'll bust you open, no problem.
He'll bust it open.
You know what I mean? So it's like I said earlier, like I really feel like, sadly for many women, especially black women, part of it is that ingrained societal pressure, and then the other part is like this is for women in general and men as well to a certain extent, is that we fall in love with the idea that we formed in our head of somebody. And so we ignore the actual person that has been presented to us. We ignore their actual actions and how they treat us, thinking that, oh, it'll all be worth it because once I do X, Y, and Z for this person, the version that's in my head will come to fruition. And it's like, that rarely, if ever, happens. So it's like, don't fall into that trapping thinking that, you know, oh, I just got to continue to invest and put time in this person and, you know, I'll be rewarded. Because it's like, no, like 9 times out of 10,
literally,
it's not worth it.
Life does not work like that, dude.
Yeah.
Life throws stuff at you. You think you're working hard at it, and it just ends up not working out, and that's okay. Like, it's okay for stuff to not work out. It just lets you know what you need in the future and what you need to expect from certain people in the future that so y'all can be good. It's like, that's all that is. Like, it's okay to meet somebody you realize they trash or whatever and leave. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if they want to
just get up and say you just trash and leave.
I mean,
Pretty
basically
much.
that's what you got to do. Like,
Yeah.
because like other than that, like if I'm pretty sure like she's sat down with this dude and voiced her concerns and her feelings, and he's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that into consideration, and he doesn't change. Like, yo, after like the second or third time of that shit, like you should know in your mind at that point, this nigga's never gonna change for you. Leave him. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts because you're probably in love with the concept of that person, but yo, you're gonna find somebody who actually treats you the way you want to be treated versus you accepting the way you are being treated by this dude because you know you're in love with them. You know what I mean? Like, no woman deserves that shit.
You may just be cool with yourself for the rest of your life. Shit,
wow,
you be good. Hey, I'm just putting it out there, dog. You know,
I mean, that's true, but wow.
Hey, look, you got.
Can we be optimistic for women, Mike?
Look, I've been through a lot. I've had to have this realization plenty of times. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I mean, you
gotta be good with self first before you deal with anybody else. Because at the end of the day,
that's facts.
A lot of the situations that you'll put yourself in is just because you don't really, not to say you don't love yourself enough, but you don't really invest in yourself enough to realize that you deserve better. You need better. Like, you get caught up in the situations, you worry about them more than you. No, when you're in these situations, you got to think about self all the time. Like, self-preservation is a must.
I think that's something that just comes with experience and like heartbreak. Sadly,
it definitely
like
does.
you got to take that big L before you realize that, yo, I need to put myself before I put niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you see that all the time on Twitter. Like, you'll see women who will like write these stories about this guy that they were in love with, and they took like a L on it, and it's like, why am I putting niggas first versus myself? And it's like, once that happens, you know what I mean? They glow up and they're like, yo, I'm bossing up Fuck that. Like y'all niggas gotta work for my affection versus the other way, and that's how it should be.
There was reports that the special counsel was floating the idea of subpoenaing the president. And it's something that his lawyers at the time thought that they could take to the Supreme Court. So this could be the very first step in something that's historic in a way that nothing like this has happened before.
This is huge.
Like, we're really gonna see the integrity of the Constitution.
That shit is like being stretched to the limit right now, yo. Oh shit.
Founding father was like, damn, this is what y'all deal with this shit? Damn.
Yeah, white people's forefathers are like, wow, this is not what we envisioned for this country. Y'all got Negroes walking around? Like,
right. y'all gave them rights, my guy? Y'all ain't just send them back to Africa? Okay. Sure, whatever.
But, yo, like, this whole thing with Trump is like, I'm so exhausted of this nigga, man. Like Moris said, yo, like if he does get subpoenaed, that's going to be historic within itself. And honestly, if you've still got faith in this country after all this shit has gone down, I gotta question you, yo. Like, you're like, so you on some jiganistic type shit right now, yo, because like our checks and balance, I'm not gonna say our, but the checks and balances that, you know, shape this country and its foundations, them shits got thrown out the minute Trump walked in that Oval Office. And it's like, we are literally hanging on by the judicial branch right now, like, because the executive and legislative, they give no fucks about what Trump does. Yo, Trump could fucking backhand slap a little kid on national TV and say, we're going to lock up all the Jews, and nobody would flinch. I feel like nobody would be like, oh, that's a bad thing. They'll be like, oh, you know, he's entitled to his opinion. Like, dog, this is just so wild that we're even at this point, that we've got such a corrupt dude. And it's not even just Trump. It's like his entire fucking administration is like mad corrupt. Like, this nigga brought the swamp into fucking politics like we've never seen before, like since Nixon. And like, we've got half of America who defends this man blindly. And then you got that middle half are like, oh, well, you know, let's give him a try. And then you got like a small vocal group is like, yo, y'all niggas are bugging. What the fuck is this? Are y'all serious right now? Get your shit together, white people. And it's like, oh man, I really need this country to like get rebooted. You know what I mean? From scratch. Just, we got to reboot everything. Reboot. Yeah, yo, like we got to rewrite the Constitution from scratch. Like, we can't have no white people in on it. Like, they are not allowed to like write or anything. They just got to sit outside and watch. Like, it's got to be no more forefathers. It's got to be foremothers. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a bunch of black women, like Latino women, fucking Asians, LGBTQ. Like, they got to be the ones who make and shape shit. No men can be in this, yo, because we fucked up. Like, they had their shot. Nah, you can't go again, fam. Like, nah.
And like Angelus brought up earlier, Trump's doctor, who in 2015 said that he would be the most healthiest man to assume the office of president or some shit like that, he is now saying that the letter was actually dictated by Trump, which pretty much everyone knew because worded like one of his dumb tweets.
I mean, like, you can just look at Trump and be like, nah, that nigga ain't healthy.
Exactly.
Like, I've seen some healthy men his age, dog. They look generally okay, and, you know, like, oh, okay. Yeah.
They tried to say this man was like, what, 280 pounds? Like, nigga, what? Like, why are you lying, fam? This
way
man
over the BMI.
Yeah, this man's definitely in the 300 and fucking like 30 range, bro. Get out of here.
How is he alive?
Yo, I've been asking that for like the longest. I'm like, yo, Allah, like, why have you not like clogged this man's arteries, fam? Like, what is good? Like,
he's trying.
Like, yo, just clog his arteries. Like, just, I don't understand.
It's so simple.
I mean, I don't know, shit. It's how it be sometimes, man.
Is it for real though?
I mean, like, yo, there's literally no explanation for this shit. Like, America's had its day. Straight up. All great civilizations fall, man. This is it, man.
Were we ever great? We just fallen, fam. Like,
I said I didn't say every civilization. I didn't say every great civilization. I said every civilization has its day. So, I mean, shit. Boom.
Dog.
I'm just waiting for this shit to collapse so I can move out.
I mean, you might want to move out before it collapses, no? Because if it collapses, you're probably gonna be stuck here. Look at
I don't know
Greece.
when it's going to collapse, so I'm like, all right, there we go. I don't know. I'm not good at that shit.
I mean, if it collapses,
Yeah,
stuck.
like you need to be
True.
preemptive, man. Don't be American reactive.
True.
Get you a passport.
Yeah, England's
Get a
pretty
plug-out bag.
pretty easy to migrate to. Like for some reason, it's easier than fucking Canada. I don't understand that at all. But
But then you have to put up with England.
and it's always raining.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that, man. They hating the Arab brothers out there. I'm good on that. Shit, I don't know. Wakanda, for real? Shit, I don't know.
Go to South Africa, you might get some free land.
Hey, like, hey, yo, I'm from America, dog. I need some land. Sure. Hey.
Don't tell me you're from America. Just say you're black. Like yo,
I'm here for my land.
yeah, like
Hey, y'all.
because at the rate South Africa's going, white people about to be really hurt. That reverse apartheid about to kick in any minute now.
Oh, God.
No, I'm being so serious though. Like they're really thinking about doing that. Like
That's wild if they actually go through with that shit. Because then like, because like my argument has always been like, you know, black people, we really don't be doing shit. Like, we're not as like scary as like people are trying to make us be or whatever. And so like, if it's like a reverse legit reverse apartheid, I'd be like, shit, I don't know, guys.
I mean, when you really think about it though, you know what I mean?
If there's a reverse apartheid in South Africa, white people will never stop talking about it.
Exactly. They'll use that shit as ammunition quick, boy.
I mean, they already do. They
Damn.
complain that white farmers are murdered at a higher rate, and it's like, no, you're really not.
They gonna load them damn contrarian clips or whatever, and just get the busing, dog. Like, you know they will. I'm just like, that's why I hate when shit like that kind of happens or whatever. I'm like, bro, they gonna just use that as like just ammo, and then just kill any kind of argument, potential debate, anything that could probably come from it. They always do that shit. Like when shit like that happens.
My personal opinion on that is that it needs to happen. So
we know.
I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, I guess I'll just move to South America. South America, wow. Well, that may be an option.
You speak Spanish?
South Africa. I can try to, learn Portuguese or something, shit. I don't know. Learn a little something. But yeah, go South Africa, get me some farmland, retire. Be a nice South African woman, have a few kids.
Living the dream, man.
Mm-hmm.
The dream visions.
All right, let's stop talking about Trump.
Let's get
That's
into the
enough, Trump.
nitty gritty. Oh shit, here we go.
About talking about the real shit.
Yeah, oh god.
We could start with whichever one you guys want because it's
Hey man, an L is
it's
an
a pick
L
your
is a
poison
L.
situation.
So we got Cosby, Kelly,
Kanye, Nas.
Nas,
Oh shit, so many L's.
Saha, Chance. Chicago took the big L though, like the biggest L.
Who would imagine Chief Keef's the most wholesome of y'all niggas?
Most woke Chicago rapper, Chief Keef.
Bang bang.
Who once said bang bang? A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
I bet he mad as hell. Kanye did a remix of his track, bro. Like, man, get the fuck out of here.
So for those who don't know, Kanye West returned to Twitter last week and just rattled off an incredible amount of nonsense and offensive tweets.
You know what? At first, it was just like really like fake woke shit. I mean, outside like the capitalist thing or whatever, which I was like, whoa, was Kanye back? That's when he said that little the creative capitalist thing or whatever. I can't remember the exact words, but I was like, oh, is he back? I got a little excited. And then it kept getting like really like fake deep after a while, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. And then he went straight MAGA on me, and I was like, bruh, no, you doubling down from last year, the year before last, or whatever. And then it just got worse and worse and worse.
Posed with that signed MAGA hat.
He was really excited about that shit. Like he got a signature by Jordan or something. It's like, I got it signed. Like, Nick. Gonna relax. I'm gonna center myself.
Today with the whole, slavery is a choice or whatever shit.
Yo.
Kanye said exactly 400 years. To me, that sounds like a choice.
And this is from fucking Kanye West, dog. The same nigga that said George Bush does not care about black people had fucking woke as fuck first 3 albums or whatever, and some of his later stuff was still a little, slightly woke or whatever. This nigga said 400. Nigga made Jesus Walks, bruh. Yo, listen to Jesus Walks and then listen to what this shit he's found today. That shit is heartbreaking, dude.
I know his mom was pissed as shit up in heaven, like, this little niglet, yo, God, let me get a body real quick.
His mom was like a Black Panther or something.
Yeah,
like
she
that?
was a freedom fighter. She fighting the civil rights movement. Dog, I know his mom was like, yo, God, let me get like a a temporary body so I can go down and smack the shit out of my son because he's tripping right now.
Bro, I was at work hurt, bro. Like, this can't be it, bro. Like, it's not that I didn't want to believe it. It's the fact that this shit was like happening in front of my eyes, and like, was this how niggas felt when Cosby got, was like got like all the accusations and shit. Like, this is how disappointed they were. 'Cause I was hurt when I heard that shit. I was like, bro,
it's a different kind of disappointment.
For me, I don't know why, but for me, none of that shit disappointed me. I was just like, oh, okay.
Because that's my thing. Like, I was always like, man, celebrities, they ain't shit, man. They always gonna do some stupid shit or whatever. But when he said that shit, I was fucking hurt, bro. Like, the shoe shine guy was like, Mike, man, you heard that shit, man? I was like, bro, I don't even want to talk about it, dog. Let me bring these damn shoes up. So I was like, literally just like hurt. Like, yo, what?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Kanye gone, dog. He gone.
People who know me, they know that I've been a big Kanye fan, but it's like I like this music, but like even as a person, I like them too. But it's like I've never been attached to or idolized any celebrity to the point where this like negative news about them in this kind of way would really shake me either way. So for me, it's like, oh, he said that. Okay, well, if he's a dumbass, I'm start calling you Kanye West, and it's like, I don't know why, but for some reason, like especially with male celebrities, like I'm never ever shocked because it's like, well, of course we still are inside a patriarchal society, so you're gonna say something stupid. But Kanye said that, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that because that's a whole new level of just coonism. But at the same time, I kind of saw it coming from like 2016, so I'm like, you took a pose with Donald Trump with blonde hair and and blue contacts in, so. This ain't too much of a stretch for me. But I know people who are out there who are like trying to logically make sense of it all and just like, yo, just accept the fact that nigga is saying stupid shit because he was never really educated on any of this, and he's just saying what he hears. Like he doesn't ever take the time to process, read up, and shit like that, and he calls it quote unquote free thinking. Like,
and the sad thing is he used to do that. So I'm just like, the fuck is going, like, he's gone, dog. There's no trying to explain it. That's one thing you can't do in situations like this. Like, just let it go. Like, just accept it as is. It's like, all right. And if he miraculously comes back, he comes back, but you really can't put that same amount of trust in him that you did before because, he can just Thanos that shit 1 minute later and it's something completely different. So, spoilers. But, yo, it's just... God, it was that it really didn't. He wasn't that really just disappointed me like this earlier comments, but this one today was just like, nigga, really?
Kanye's seems to be going through a lot.
Yeah,
is all I could read from the situation. He said in the TMZ interview that he got liposuction last year and got addicted to opioids as a result of that.
I mean,
does drug addiction really start making you think alt-right shit?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think people are falsely trying to attribute this to.
Okay, but to say I didn't know that drugs made you think alt-right.
to his drug abuse or even to his mental health, because he did have a nervous breakdown like a few months ago.
Yeah,
but like people who are bipolar don't do this. This is not what that looks like. Like I don't know what it is with Kanye. I don't know what the source of all this is, but I think it's best that people just take a step back from the mental health aspect of it.
Yeah, because it does paint mentally ill people in a really bad light, and mentally ill people aren't like that, and people, and if you, and the thing is, like dealing with actually mentally ill people, yeah, it can get frustrating and it can get stressful, but it's never I want to say it's never like this. Just like a lot like that. Like, just that's just a lot. I think, like Dave Chappelle said a long time ago on like the Screen Actors Guild, this show or whatever. It's like something in Hollywood is just like really toxic and really, yeah, it's just really toxic. And you know, whatever is in that environment fucks up a lot of people. Like consistently, like a lot of people that we would assume that were good people, or people that, I mean, not to say people who don't come in trash or whatever, but you know, it's just like we've seen this multiple times or whatever, with stars having breakdowns and, you know, completely shifting personalities and stuff like that while in the industry. It's just wild, you know.
People aren't any difference because they're famous. Everyone's dealing with a various amount of whatever they got, you know. Mm-hmm. People are built differently when it comes to terms of mental health fragility.
Right.
So someone who's very fragile, you put them through the ringer where they're under a microscope, that could go wrong very easily. Mm-hmm. And we're really not sympathetic about that, because we're, as a culture in America, we're pretty far behind on mental health. So these people who get put through this celebrity grinder, a lot of them, you have to think, are already like not doing so great mental health wise before they even have to factor in the fame, you know? Because like regular ass people, you know, vary from not dealing with a whole lot to dealing with a shit ton personally. So you add in the fact that everyone's looking at you and criticizing all the things you do, and
don't let you have like an ego or anything like that. That just magnifies that shit.
Yeah, and then this curveball that Kanye threw by spouting all this nonsense is like, I kind of worry for him, because he's putting so much negative attention on himself. Like, as much as I'm disappointed and let down by the things he said, I'm still concerned that this may be a symptom of a greater bad thing in his life.
Yeah, and he's literally the only slightly sympathetic person on this list. Everybody else just like, y'all, you trash. But like, this is like the only one I'm just like, damn, dude.
This is just like sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like
I'm not angry. I'm just like kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told my coworker. I'm like, I'm not angry at him. I'm just sad.
He needs a black wife.
That's what Snoop Dogg said.
Because Kim out here just enabling this nigga to say the dumbest shit. My man's a free thinker and he's always going to be ahead of the curve. Like, shut your ass up, man. Like,
to say that about the shit he said too is like, wow.
Like, yeah, like she be saying some fucking racially insensitive shit all the time too. So it's just like, just yo, go swallow some of your cosmetic your cosmetic shit and just like shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know anything about being black. Like, just sit there. Like, just shut the fuck up, Kim. The whole family, really, just all y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Well, I'm not looking forward to Travis Scott's downfall. That's gonna be another disappointing one. But
I don't know, man. His whole family, though, he still has his family. Like, Kanye's by himself, yo.
True.
So R. Kelly,
yeah, fuck that nigga, man.
Okay, and then Bill Cosby got officially charged.
Finally, justice is served. Decades upon decades later.
Yo, real talk. This is prophetic, because New Year's, I had a wheat brownie and some liquor, and on the way back home, I was ranting about these motherfuckers. I was like, "Fuck them."
You put that evil on them?
I put that evil on them. Like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers. They need to go to fucking jail as soon as possible. And god damn it, if that shit didn't happen.
I mean, R. Kelly's so free though, so.
I mean, look, it's a slow process.
It's like, coming for him.
I mean, it's been a very long time. He's been at this since like 92.
Mike just put the evil on him. Can you give it like a week or two?
Nah, I need to see this nigga in jail like decades ago, yo. It's just long overdue.
Look, it's gonna happen, dog. It's going to happen. Like, this nigga's going to jail.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Prophetic, dog. I didn't even know the weed brownie so I can curse some over motherfuckers, but yeah. Like, R. Kelly's management team sent like a terrible ass letter talking about lynching and shit like that.
Yo, that letter was so fucking annoying, yo. I was so tilted reading that shit. I was like, who wrote this? Because I hope like you get mugged in a dark alley for writing that shit. Like, it was terrible. The whole last paragraph was basically, you know, he's given so much to the black community. Why don't you let him slide on this? Like, you, man.
Is that the one where they compared what's happened to him to lynching, or is
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
And I'm just like, yo, if you motherfuckers ever write some shit like this again, yo, oh man.
His Cosby's team did the same thing on TV.
And what makes it
Yeah.
really sad for both Cosby and the Kelly situation is that fucking it took somebody making a joke about the whole situation for people to be like,
Shout out to Hannibal and Vince Staples.
yeah, like before people really took it seriously. Like Vince Staples went on fucking, he was at the Coachella thing by Complex, and this man just went like, yo, R. Kelly's a piece of fucking shit who fucking is out here peeing and fucking little kids and shit like that. And all of a sudden the ball got rolling like in a more serious manner. And it's like, I'm really mad that it took that instead of the numerous upon numerous women who've been out there saying this shit for like decades before anything was happening. Like, it always takes like a dude saying some shit for the ball to get rolling. It's like,
And that's why it's our responsibility to
Accountability.
point out trash.
Exactly.
When we know it's trash.
like, and then you see some dudes like, oh man, this person made this music or this motherfucker made the Cosby Show. Well, nigga, that shit's on DV motherfucking D. Go get the Cosby Show and fucking relive that shit. But that nigga needs to go to jail. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's like fucking 91. Send his ass to jail.
If Bill Cosby doesn't make it to a cell, I'll be very disappointed.
Me too. People, oh, what about R. Kelly? He made the Chocolate Factory. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, that shit's on fucking CE2, iTunes, Amazon, fucking all the motherfuckers. Put his ass in jail. I don't want no new music by that nigga. Like, fuck him.
Exactly.
It's my understanding that some prisons have recording studios.
He don't deserve a recording studio. He deserves to get his ass beat every day.
He don't deserve the Gucci treatment.
Like, he
Fuck
deserves to
that nigga.
wake up, get his ass beat, go to sleep, get his ass beat, go get lunch, get his ass beat, fucking go lift some weight, get your ass beat. Like, basically, his life should be just getting his ass beaten, like, on a fucking routine basis. From the sun up to sundown, he's getting his ass beat by a gaggle of niggas who've been in there for life. Like,
A gaggle? Yeah, man. Yeah, fuck them, man. I'm like, it's just and can we legit stop the comparison shit too when these niggas go to jail? Like, well, Harvey Weinstein's like,
yeah, like, I hate dudes doing that shit.
That's the fucking stupidest thing. Like, yo, stop trying to use because basically what you're doing is dismissing what this motherfucker did or whatever to prop up some like actual legit reason. Like, yeah, these dudes do need to go to jail. We're not saying that. It's just the fact that you just can't be like slightly dismissing him like, oh, Bill Cosby in jail, so these folks, yeah, they all need to go to jail. But what we all know is that it's harder for some reason, white supremacy, you know, that for these dudes to go to jail. But then, to be honest, these cases are really just getting started for a lot of these dudes. Like, they're just getting started. It's like, do you not know that like these dudes were just skating by? Like, Cosby had a case back in 2004 and a bunch of stuff happened. It's like, it's been a long time coming. So it's like, so you expect like this shit to just happen just right now? No, they have to build a case so these motherfuckers can go to jail, dude. Like, I'm tired of these dudes getting off free off some technicalities or whatever. That's why Zimmerman got off. Like, it was some technicality bullshit. You know, I don't need these motherfuckers to go to jail. So, yo, I mean, you know, I feel sorry for the victims and everything, you know, but it's going to take time for these dudes to go to jail because, for one, they're fucking rich. So they'll try to use anything in their power to discredit these women, make them seem like they just in it for the money, which dudes already fucking believe all the fucking time because they don't give a shit about these women at the end of the day. It's just like, yo, just, it takes time, but don't be like dismissing Cosby and be like, well, they need to go to jail. Yeah, they all need to go to jail. Fuck them.
Honestly, when I hear black men talk about some, oh, what about Harvey Weinstein? They're just affirming to me that they want the same privilege that white men get by not being convicted of their crimes of, you know, pedophilia
exactly
and rape.
what it is.
Like, that's all it is. And it's like, yo.
I saw this quote that I don't remember it exactly, but it was something to the effect of black women can't put their equality in the hands of black men or white women.
Sure as fuck can.
Because those two groups measure equality as having the same power as white men, which is in itself relies on white supremacy.
Yeah. It's a complete fact. I mean, if anybody's listening and they're offended by that, you should probably question yourself internally why you feel that way. But I mean, that's basically what it is. And it's like, yo, that shit is trash. Like, they all need to be going to jail, honestly. Like,
yeah, less people don't need to be going to jail in this situation.
yeah, exactly. It's like, you don't like, no, you don't just, you know, this whole idea that, oh, black men should be treated like white men are and, you know, be absolved of their fucking crimes and shit like that because they're white. Like, no, man, fuck that, nigga. That is dustbin. And this fucking argument that women are doing this for fame and fortune, I can guarantee you can walk up to 20 people, 20 men, and ask them to name 5 of the women in the Cosby case, and they won't be able to name one. So clearly, these women aren't going for fucking fame because you don't know any of their fucking names. You know what I mean? So it's like, cut that shit out too.
Yeah, yo, legit. Don't tell a dude, oh man, that what was it that that the black men or the white women of the black culture, whatever.
Oh, black men are the white people of the black culture.
Yeah, because they'll tell you so. Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody. This was actually tweeted to me. If you get shot in the street, I'm gonna tell nobody to. I'm gonna discredit your name and shit like that. That was the most offensive shit I've ever gotten by another black person, bro. Nigga said, literally said, if I got shot in the street, I'm gonna screenshot this and say nobody try to remember me or nobody try to
see, but the thing is,
very white.
Black women would still rally and march for you.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair though, like black men don't be marching for shit half the time anyway, unless a black woman fucking organizes it. So I mean, I don't know why you would even be pressed that a nigga was like, "Yo, no, we're gonna fucking fight for your rights." Like you weren't gonna do that shit anyway, my guy. Like, let's be real. Like, not like you can look at right now, like the last 10 years, every major like movement that has happened has most likely been off the backs of black women. Black Lives Matter, black women. Like marching for Trayvon, black women. Marching for fucking there's too many men and women and children to name. Like almost all of them have been things that have been started by black women, and they've been like, yo, they've gone to the community like, yo, we need to rally up and address this. And that's when black men are like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? But it's like, as far as the most proactive group in our community fighting for us, by us I mean black men, black women, black LGBTQ, is black women. Like they are the backbone. So it's like when a black dude tell me, oh, I'm not gonna fight for you, I'm just like, all right, cool. So you're basically confirming what I just said, that you're the white people of black people. Cool, my guy. Like way to prove what I just said right, which I hate that is actually even a thing that comes out of people's minds. But it's like, truth hurts, man.
So what about that J. Cole album?
I haven't listened to it because I'm not a fan of J. Cole. So
wait, nigga,
like,
what?
right.
I thought you
were the one who wanted to talk about this.
Oh, yeah, I thought I listened to it.
Oh,
nah. I'm sleep on J. Cole, dog.
I mean, I should have figured you're a Drake fan. Drake fans don't really listen to J. Cole, and J. Cole fans don't fuck with Drake like that. Y'all are weird like that. It's like there can only be one light skinned nigga.
After like 2014 Forest Hill Drive, I was just like, all right, I'm good.
I listened to it.
It was just like, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to listen to this guy anymore. Like, he literally bores me. So it's like, I'm not really going to jump on a Cole track.
Yeah, I listened to it. I'm not a Cole fan by any means. Like J. Cole to me is like a white family with, 2 kids, a dog, a white picket fence, and a nice suburban neighborhood. It's very, very safe. You know what I mean? It's there. It's like, it's the model rapper type thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, he never really says anything offensive or inoffensive. He's just right there in that nice, cozy middle.
It's super surface level.
Yeah, and it's like,
that's pretty much what it is. And so I'm just like, I just can't force myself to listen to J. Cole. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah, but I've listened to it. I listened to a few songs. Like, I'm like, it sounds good, but it's like, for me, I had to listen to a song, an album multiple times to actually like start listening to the actual lyrics. Because like my first 3 times, I'm only listening to the hook and the beat. And then as I start noticing the words and the wordplay and things like that on subsequent listens. And it's like, I honestly didn't even get that far with the album. I was just like, this is nice. And then that was it. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing about any of the music that was like, I need to go back and play this again. Like it came and it went, you know what I mean? And this isn't to say like J. Cole's terrible or anything like that. Like I'm sure he's a great lyricist and I'm pretty sure he's got, nice messaging in his music, but I don't know how to word it. It's like, the packaging of that message is just not, it doesn't grip me, you know what I mean? And it's like, the crazy thing is, it's like, I probably say on the Hotep meter, he's probably like the least Hotep of a lot of these niggas, but it's like, you would think that I would gravitate towards that because of my general disdain for Hotepery, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like when you go to like a speech or like some kind of like rally, and you got a person on the mic who's like very monotonal, and you're just like, I feel what you're saying, but it's like you're not really selling me on what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's like that's how I feel with J. Cole's album, but it's not a bad album. You know what I mean? Like if people think it's really great, I'm not surprised that they do. You know, so it's a thing that exists basically.
It was, I think, the best album J. Cole has made.
I could definitely see that. I think maybe. I haven't really liked any of it. I did like Force. I don't know. I just don't know with J. Cole, man. Like I like songs by J. Cole, but like entire bodies of work, it's like I check out mentally at some point.
That's me. That's literally me. Because my what was that? Let's see, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Oh, I know what happened. So homeboy used to work with Love J. Cole, favorite rapper, right? Of course I'm a Drake fan. So and then I remember If You're Reading This Is Too Late came out like a few months after that, right? And I still hadn't listened to 2014. He's like, bro, Mike, you gotta listen to 2014, dog. I know you like that Drake, but listen, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna do it. I got to 2 or 3 songs, and then I got to the song where he was talking about like that story where he was like with this girl he hadn't had sex yet, but the girl wanted to have sex or whatever. I can't remember the name of the song, but this is one of his multiple stories or whatever. I was like, I can't fuck with this. I just can't. I literally can't. Like this is too awkward.
That's me after every J. Cole song.
Yeah, basically.
This is too awkward for me. Like, yo, I'd rather listen to Drake bitch and moan about some chick he can't get with or whatever. This is awkward as hell.
I mean, there is a reason why his music bores you, and it's because it's boring.
I mean,
Revelations.
Hey, you know.
What was the album after Forest Drive Hill, whatever?
There was an album.
think-
Yeah.
But that was it.
No,
No, that was his.
there's
Wasn't that?
no, there's another album after that, guys. Oh my god.
Oh, only for your eyes.
Oh,
There you go.
You know how
right.
terrible you must be as
Something
an
like
artist that people don't realize you made another album. Jeez.
Yeah, because was that the one with the no features meme or whatever?
No, that was Forest Hill Drive.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, from that album after that, the one you just said, For Your Eyes Only, I did really like Neighbors. I don't know why, because it.
That song was actually dope.
Yeah,
I
like
actually
the
like
neighbors
that one.
think I'm selling dope. I was like, yo, I think a lot of black kids can relate to that shit, like suburban black kids who are like in nice neighborhoods, but like the neighborhoods like majority white. Like I think that's the reason why I even like them. I'm like, yo, yeah, like that's happened to me before. So it's like that's the only song I really like. I know all the words, so I'm like, yeah, I like the song, and the beat's pretty lit too. So it's a really subdued, good beat. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, as far as KOD. I can't remember any song except for Photographs. That's the only song I remember.
The worst thing about J. Cole is just simply his fans. That's pretty much it. Like, I think that's another, and I try to let like hype and fans get to me, but that's like the one group of fans where I'm just like, all right, y'all.
Man, I hate most
y'all,
fans from most artists. Only ones I even really tolerate is Beyonce.
I do too.
Like
I do
Beyonce
too.
fans, like they can go off on Beyonce because she really deserves all the praise she gets. Yo, I'm like, all right. At first, I didn't see the hype behind this, but now I'm just like, okay, I see you, B. I see you, Queen. Yes. Like, I get it now.
That Coachella performance.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah. Like, I stood up for the whole thing. I was like, yo, I truly get this shit now.
Yeah,
Dude, I stood up for that.
Yeah.
I was dead tired, but then the second it started, I didn't miss a second of it.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
Like,
if Beyonce
she's
can
the
do all
best.
this shit, I don't need to be tired right now because she ain't tired. Like, I get it. Lemonade, I got, like, I understood it, but this performance, I truly got it. I was like, yo, okay, I see.
you had enlightened.
Yeah, basically, I was like,
it was like
Lemonade was the eye opener, and then this was just like the solidification. Like, yeah,
Dude, the new arrangements of her songs were so good live. And like I don't even like her discography like that.
I really just
like you said,
Lemonade.
like Lemonade was the
Yeah.
first point that I was like, oh, this is good. But then those reinterpreted beats that she had with the live band were so fucking good.
By the way, everybody, you should buy Lemonade. It's available in stores and on Tidal and Amazon Music. But yeah, like, I mean,
yeah, just don't be like, you need to be like a certain level of talent to enjoy J. Cole. Just stop that, please. It's just like,
yeah, that little meme that's turned into a real thing is really weird. Like, oh,
it
J.
was a
Cole's
real
for the
thing at first, then turned to a meme, and then like double back on itself.
Yeah, it's like, oh, J. Cole's for the intelligent, like rap fan. Like, what? Okay.
That nigga's surface.
He talked
level
about
is
having
fucked.
sex for the first time. What is the where's the high intelligence in that? Like, it's just really weird. Like, I don't want to know your first time, dude. This is really creepy. Like, why did you make this into a fucking song?
Oh
like,
my
please,
God.
bro. It's
That's
so
why I
creepy.
stopped. I didn't even get to hear. Hey, what's the other J. Cole song?
He makes really creepy music when I think about it now. Like, he made that one song about he wanted this girl and he started following her and he imagined her boyfriend dying and him taking her place. I was like, nigga, you're a really
You
weird
know
dude.
that was a LL Cool J song too. Did the same thing.
Yeah, but LL Cool J made it not as creepy as J. Cole did.
I don't know, dog. I listened to that. I was like, bruh, what the fuck?
This shit is.
Tevin
yeah,
Campbell
like,
did it too. So I don't know, man.
That's such a weird topic to be singing about or
Right?
rapping about. It's like, what is wrong with y'all niggas? Like,
Can we talk? It sounds good. Then you listen to the lyrics like,
yeah, there's this one song my mom loves by some R&B, some old school R&B artist. Like, it just dropped in 2017. But he's talking about, I hope you and your boyfriend breaks your heart so I can get back with you. I'm like, nigga, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why did you fuck up in the first place? Who would wish some shit like that? Yo, y'all need some counseling, dog, because that's not normal. Like,
and Drake out here dropping nice for what? Hey, yo, they bumped that Rise in the club, by the way.
I don't think Drake's been that creepy with his music.
Not lately.
That's some really fucked up shit to be singing about in any capacity.
Yeah.
I've never heard a woman sing some shit like that, yo. Like,
Actually, what's the Clean Up Woman?
what the fuck is that?
Whoa, what?
You never heard Clean Up Woman? It's making it easy for the clean up woman. And I will love you anyways, even though I cannot stay. How y'all not know
Maybe
these
saying
songs?
the artist
Those
would
are
help
creepy
more.
songs too, technically. But I mean,
that sounds like somebody's like, yo, I'll take you back when she leaves you. That's a little bit different than I
No,
hope
yeah.
this person breaks your heart. Like,
clean up woman taking like basically be like being a side chick or whatever.
that's still different. Singing about being a side chick is still a little bit different than I hope this person shatters your heart and makes you
there's a
depressed
few
so I
of
can
those out
swoop
there,
in.
Trust me.
Because SZA's music is about, she made a song about being a side chick, and I've never thought, yo, this is creepy. I just like, all right, she's like,
And that's what I think the difference is. When the women sing it, it's a little bit like, oh, with niggas sing, it's like, nigga, what? You all right?
no, because no dude ever sings about being the side dude. We just sing about, yo, I'm trying to get in your guts, or I hope he breaks your heart so I can swoop in. That is different than singing,
Bobby
I'm the
Womack
side
song about
chick
that.
and I'm okay with being your
That was
side
funny.
chick.
He said, I wish, talking about like getting with his best friend girl, talking about, I wish he wouldn't trust me so much. That's like literally the song.
It's so fucking weird.
I don't want to hear shit about like from older generations talk about our music at all, because the stuff I've heard,
Dog, when you go back to listen to old music, yo, man, my mom never better say shit ever again in life, yo. I listened to Adina Howard's fucking album again as an adult. I used to love it as a kid, but I actually listened to it as an adult. I was like, okay, really, mom? Really? This shit talking about getting piped down any and everywhere with like no filter on, and you gonna talk about my music? Okay, bet. Say less, fam. Say less.
the only thing is just wasn't like quote unquote explicit, like with curse words and shit like that. That's it. Like that's the only like difference or whatever. Like
Adina Howard was like, I want a big dick nigga, so I mean, you
Whoa.
can't get no more direct than that.
Word? Okay,
Yeah,
never mind. Never mind.
But I'm gonna say
So
this.
well spoken.
It's a great ass album though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like Adina Howard's album was fucking amazing. That chick can sing, yo. I was like, damn, how come she never blew up? But yeah, our parents' generation music, yo, they were some motherfucking freaks, and they they didn't hide it. So I'm very offended at my mom telling me that my music is terrible. I love you, Mom.
We're at So Well Spoken Pod on Twitter.
On gang.
Gang.
We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify.
We everywhere in these streets. We in your bodegas. We in your barbershops. We everywhere.
Hey,
We're the
yo.
number 2 syndicated podcast right behind Thesis and Miro. We out here.
Hey, yo, Bevel,
No,
since the
we don't
Nas
do
shit
that.
happened, you want to go ahead and...
No, we don't do Bevel, fam. He's associated with Nas. What are you doing? Yo, Mike does
What?
not speak for
Well,
So
no,
Well Spoken.
No, you want to leave Nas and then come over here. That's what I'm saying. Like, he can disassociate if he wants to. I mean, shit, if he don't, man, fuck him. But, come over here if you want to.
We rock
I don't think that's going to
we
convince
rock
him.
Adonis Clippers over here in this podcast.
I'm going to send them an email next week to see if they're willing to sponsor us.
Adonis, they make great clippers for men. Like zero gap clippers. Get you some. Every barber uses them. Get you some. Nobody uses Bevel. Fuck out of here.
Is Adonis black
No,
owned?
I don't think so.
I hope so, because I just plugged the fuck out of them.
I think it's like it was a bunch of like white dudes the last time I checked.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do a little research on
Yeah.
Clippers then.
We're gonna put that on ice real quick.
So don't make your Clipper purchase.
But in the time being,
Don't click buy yet.
go ahead and support Fenty Beauty. Get your girl some Fenty Beauty. You should know what her foundation is. If you
and
don't,
her bra size.
Yeah, you should step that up.
Her lingerie line coming out.
Right? Like, I know a few of my female friends fucking foundation. We're not even dating. So if I know that, you need to know your woman's. I get on that. She's also coming out with Savage X Fenty, her lingerie line. So you know what I'm saying? Support Rihanna.
Anything else? Is that it?
That's really about it. Oh, Meek Mills is free. So shout out to
Yo, Meek Mill
being
free.
Gang, we out here.
I see you guys next time.
I don't know if I should stop recording because that shit was like